We are here at the heart of Kandy, the Bogambara Rugby Stadium, where the boys from Randall's Hills Kingswood College will be hosting the boys travelling all the way from Colombo Ananda College in a very crucial plate segment game. And this is the Papare, Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, bringing you live action up here from the hill capital.
And it's a lovely day for rugby, not very I would say overcast conditions. We really hope that the rain doesn't come tumbling down, because when it does, rugby gets a bit hard to play at Bogambara especially. And we feel like that would favour Ananda College with their brand of rugby if it does come pouring down, and put Kingswood at a disadvantage because they play a very fast-paced rugby with a lot of offloading, which is their coach's signature style of rugby that he has infused into the team. However, they would have taken all of this into account, and I believe we are in for a cracker of a game here today in Kandy.
Absolutely, Bilal. The weather could play a huge role in this game, and it has been raining quite a lot in Kandy for the past few days, and this is the weather forecast for the day. Maximum temperature being 28 Celsius, a minimum being 22 Celsius, and the wind speed of 16 kilometers per hour from the left of your screen towards the right. And we are predicting rain, and as you rightfully mentioned, Ananda's heavy forwards will come into play if it rains and if the conditions get muddy here at Bogambara. And Bogambara has been a ground which has not had the best of playing surfaces throughout the season.
Definitely, Kevin. And the fixture today, there is a lot of history, I would say, going into it. Both of these teams, the last time they played against each other was way back in 2003. That was back when we had stalwarts like Fazid Marija, Amjad Buksh still playing for Kingswood, still donning that school jersey. And Kingswood since then has come a long way. There has been a lot of ups and downs, but I believe they are on a winning streak, and they will be looking forward to ensuring that that winning streak is back, and to ensure that they regain some of that pride and that they protect that pride and glory of Randall's Hill.
Well, these are today's fixtures. Of course, the featured match here, Kingswood College taking on Ananda College here at Bogambara Stadium. And at the meantime, concurrently, we will be having a game up there at Nithavilla, Dharmaraja taking on Thurston. Dharmaraja, of course, not winning a single game so far in the season, while Thurston have got positive results in their last two games, winning that game against Vidyartha up there in Sugadasa, and following it up with a drawn game against Mahanama. And what a season, a turnaround that Thurston have had. Well, we'll now quickly have a look at the highlights from the previous week. This was Zahira taking on DS Senanayaka up there at the Zahira grounds, and DS Senanayaka won the game 41 points to 35. It was a very special moment. A lot of funds were raised for the young Janotia who has been terminated by leukemia. And we also have the Ananda taking on Sumangal, and they won the game 36 points to 17, winning against Sumangal after a very long while. And we also had St. Joseph's College taking on Kingswood up here at Bogambara, and St. Joseph's was a very close tussle, and they won the game 33 points to 22.
And these are the results from last week. Very close games going into the week. Isipatana edging a victory from Wesley 21-17, and St. Peter's College losing to Royal College 27-24. And of course the St. Thomas's Trinity game, where Trinity was very dominant, and they retained the unbeaten tag, beating St. Thomas's 36-19. DSA Nayaka College winning against Zahira College 41-35. And Sri Sumangala College losing to Ananda College 36-17. And Ananda will definitely be bringing some of that confidence into this game as well. And Kingswood College will be looking forward to get back on a winning foot today after losing 22-33 to St. Joseph's. And we had Dharmaraja and St. Anthony's. St. Anthony's winning 36-17. Vidyartha and Science College just getting a victory 28-16. And Thurston College and Mahanama College drawing the game 19 points each.
Was a cracker of a week last time around, and now we will go for a very short commercial break. On the other hand, we'll bring you more action from the Bogambara Stadium. Don't go anywhere else. We'll be right back.
Reserve your BYD vehicle today with John Keel's CG Auto by visiting the BYD showrooms or call us on 0112 125 125.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
Ramen paradamada.
මෙතන
මෙතන විතරක් නෙමෙයි ඕනෙම තැනක රාමෙන්.
හඳුන්වා දෙන මෙල්බන් ස්නැකර්ස් කොරියන් රාමෙන් සේවරි විස්කට්. රාමෙන් සැරට සෙට් වෙන්න.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Love rugby,
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi, Fun Tamari.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Some bonds last a lifetime. Nippon Cement.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
German-engineered tyres for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
Keep sweating. Keep pushing the limits. Keep stepping up your game. Keep shining. Keep rising. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex. Get, spray, go.
That was summer refresh when the train got to go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. You take it a go ekak. Link Natural Cramp Guard Plus. No more suffering from muscle cramps. The herbal specialist for muscle cramps. A trusted product from Link Natural.
Reserve your BYD vehicle today with John Keel's CG Auto by visiting the BYD showrooms or call us on 0112 125 125.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්නේ දැනෙන රස.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තියේ කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චෞමරි අක්කා.
පිටියට ස්විස්ටේ ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නැහැ.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝට් ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Our forests come in many forms. They can be up in the hills or down in the plains, fed by the rain or sculpted by the sun. Our forests are deeply rooted in us. They are a living inspiration.
Bring that inspiration home. Lanka Tiles. Fine living. Redefined.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff. හැම සිතක්ම පිපිදේ, රස lemon රසයේ, ජීවිතයම මිහිරයි. Maliban lemon puff puff, lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, Maliban lemon puff, chill when a lemon.
Love Rugby,
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi, Fantamai.
We are back live from the Bogambara Rugby Stadium where Kingswood College will be hosting Ananda in a crucial plate championship game. And of course, the format that the schools Rugby Association have brought back is tremendous because the past 2 years, it was only the top 6 schools from the cup segment played in the second round, and that gave a long break for the other schools. But now, all the teams competing in that first round gets a chance to compete in a second round in the cup segment, in the plate segment and in the bowl segment, and that is indeed a great sign for schools rugby. And this is how the points table stands at the end of the first round, and it was Wesley College leading that group 1A, and St. Peter's College followed them up with 24 points. They were at the second position, both the teams qualifying for the top spot in the cup segment. And we also had DSC Nanaik and Ananda College finishing 3rd and 4th respectively, while St. Anthony's College were 5th, and Science, without a win in the opening round, ended up in the 5th position.
Of course, Group 2A, we have St. Thomas's College leading with 5 wins, closely followed by Isipathana College, whom they succeeded in beating in that crucial match, in that encounter. And Isipathana College at second place with 4 wins, and Kingswood College with 3 wins to their name at number 3, closely followed by Zahira College with 2 wins, Mahanama College with 1 win, and Dharmaraja College still looking for that for their first win this year.
Well, and in Group 3A, it was Trinity College leading the chart, unbeaten, 30 points, and Royal College, after losing to Trinity, had to end up in the second position, while St. Joseph's and Sumangala, what a season they had, 2 wins, and putting them into that plate segment. And also Thurston College, with that win against Vidyartha, ended up at the 5th position, while Vidyartha getting only 4 points from the first game while drawing that game against St. Joseph's, ended up in the last position. And what a cracker of an opening round we've had. And as you can see, the top 2 teams of each group have dominated the rest. And this is the points table from the plate segment. St. Joseph's leading the chart with 12 points. DSC and Nanaik following them up with 11 points, while Ananda are at 3rd position with 7 points, and Kingswood with 6 points will end that top 4, and Zahira with 2 bonus points, and Sri Sumangala with no points will complete that list. And this is a very important game. Kingswood have to win this game, and on the other hand, Ananda will be looking to win the game as well to give a tough fight for those 2 schools at top, St. Joseph's and DSC Nanaik. And these are your top try scorers. Minula Yedhege of Trinity College leading the chart, along with Sitish Jayathilaka of Thurston with 10 tries each, while Titul Jayasuriya from Royal College is at 3rd position with 9 tries, while another Trinitian is at the 4th position, which is Nisit Kumar Singh with 8 tries, and Madhuranga Pushpakumar of Kingswood with 7 tries will complete the top 5. And what a season Trinity have had. That completely shows on this scorers chart as well.
Definitely, Kevin. And moving on to the top point scorers of the league, we have in number 1 Dinet Chamudita with 86 points, and in number 2 we have Dilruwan Pereira with 75 points, closely followed by Idris Farooq with 63 points. and Abdul Hadi from Wesley College close behind with 57 points. And with 55 points at number 5, we have Bhishma Jayasekara from St. Joseph's College.
Well, Chamudita will definitely be a player to watch out for in this game, and also Dilruwan Pereira, not to forget. Science have not had the best of season, but still he's featuring in that top 5 chart, and he is at the second position, and that is indeed shows how great he has been throughout the season despite his team's results. Well, the crowd is slowly heading into the Bogambara Stadium. They know that how crucial this match will be for both the sides. Both the teams have different strengths, as we spoke about it earlier. Kingswood loves to play that fast open play rugby, while Ananda College uses their forwards to play most often than not. And also Dennet Chamudita, as we've talked about before, has a lovely foot, and he might be looking to pile up more points and keep that chart going, keep his position at the first place at the end of the season. So he has a lot to look forward to. Well, with that, we will go for another short commercial break. On the other hand, we'll bring you live action from Bogambara.
දවසම ෆ්‍රෙෂ් වෙන්න O3 Spirit and Freedom perfumed body spray.
නව Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සදහමයි.
The road is yours. German engineered tires for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
එක පැත්තකින් වාගෙනදී තව පැත්තකින් මතුවෙනවා. මේ ටයිල් එක බෑ. දෙක තුනක් කැඩිලත් එක්ක. චොමරි අක්කා.
ජීවිත කාලය පුරාම අල්ලන් ඉන්න නම් ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ඕන ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව්.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
නව Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සදහමයි.
German engineered tires for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
නව Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සදහමයි. නව Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සදහමයි.
Are you okay?
Whose fault is this? Looks like someone didn't use Tokyo Super Seal for waterproofing. Tokyo Super Seal. Do it right the first time.
ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එක.
බයද? ඒවටත් බෙහෙත් අපි ළඟ තියෙනවා. ඉඳගන්න.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස.
මේ තව ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එකක් ගහමුද?
Follow your dreams, achieve your goals. With every step, let your story unfold. In this world you will shine. Just believe it's your time. Sky is the ultimate limit. Never can you stop any day.
Chase your dream career with eSoft Metro Campus.
Saratama enjoy karana party ekata go.
Night Go pocket perfume. Youth ekata go ekak.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා. ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකො දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproof දැම්මනම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නෑ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproofer සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා. ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකො දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproof දැම්මනම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නෑ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproofer සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Boss, you're the one who lifted this company to where it is today, ne? Your work is so well organized and your capability really shines through it.
While you're working hard to earn your yearly bonus, save money with Commercial Bank's Power Bonus. Open an account with just 5,000 rupees and earn bonus interest every 3 months straight.
Drink Samahan daily to boost your immunity and stay healthy against prevailing health conditions. Samahan daily. Stay healthy.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
උස්වත්තු පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්නේ දැනෙන රස.
Wash it yourself.
79th Brandy Shield returns with all the pride, history and passion. Trinity College will host the first leg in Kandy. And 2 weeks later, it's Royal College's turn to bring the fire back to Reed Avenue. Witness the school's rugby giants clash on the 23rd of August and the 6th of September. Watch it live, only on Dialog Television, the Dialog ViU app and ThePapare.com, Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel.
Well, this is the Ananda College lineup for the day. Forwards being Sadev Dasanayaka, Janita Pereira, Banuka Dilshan, Ovindu Vipuja, Ashar Senadvira, Nipun Alok, Pramil KB, Seimal Vimalasuri, and their backs will be Chatra Aryavansa, Tenula Vijayavardhana, Vima Thenuka, Sanutrandinu, Netsara Kodituaku, Netula Vijayavardhana, and then Shans, while their replacements will be Dilshan, Hansira, Erandaka, Megasurya, Ratnasiri, Matisha, Chamalka, Kurupu, Sankalpa, and Randimal.
And we have the Kingswood College team card here, and two important additions to the team. We'll be having Rusit Tamodya playing this game, and the forwards are Atif Jaruk, Dulisha Rasanjana, Pansilu Bandara, Madhuranga Pushpakumara, Menusha Marsingha, Themash Tilakaratna, Senura Premratna, and Akila Dilshan, with the backs being Tavisha Ekanayaka, Rusit Tamodya, Dulaj Fernando, Ashik Azmi, Sachinta Navisha, Sadev Amarasuriya, and Harith Hettiarachi. And in the replacements, we have Hettiarachi, Pereira, Adhikari, Jan, Ranavira, Madugalla, Karnatilaka, Sedmal, Karavita, and Hevage.
Well, Kingswood, of course, having a few big names coming back to the lineup, including the likes of Rivin Baudwin, who was not allowed to play in the previous week by receiving that red card. But he is back again, so that will strengthen this Kingswood lineup. And of course, Kingswood will be the heavy favorites going into this game. But one thing that Kingswood has to be careful of is that they have been guilty of conceding a lot of penalties throughout the season, and they have more often than not have not gone by the book. So that has been the case for Kingswood, and if they can reduce that, minimize that, they'll have a very good team here. And if we had if they had minimized that in the season moving before this game, they would have had a lot better season. Yes, this is indeed an excellent turnaround from them from the previous season, but still the season could have gone a lot better had they really minimized those errors.
I definitely agree, Kevin. I feel like I really do like the brand of rugby that they are playing. However, there have been instances where there have been multiple unforced errors by Kingswood that has just sort of hindered their mojo, I would say. So as long as they ensure that they keep their play with less mistakes as possible, they'll be having a cracker of a game.
Well, while the players are being introduced to the dignitaries, dark clouds are slowly heading around the Bogambara Rugby Stadium, and hopefully the rain doesn't come into play and the rain gods could stay away, because we need both these teams to play for their full strength, and we don't want a rain-hampered game here at Bogambara, because both the teams are excellent teams, and even without rain, they could really turn around proceedings with their different kinds of plays.
Ananda College as well will be looking to capitalize at this opportunity they have in Kandy here today. They'll want to get a win against Kingswood, and they'll make sure that they stick to their guns in this game. They have a very strong pack of forwards who has been doing exceptionally well in their games, and they will be making sure that they stick to their strategy, that they stick to their game plan that has been working for them so far. And something that I've noticed Ananda doing a lot, Kevin, is that whenever they get into the opposition's 22, they make sure that they get the bulk of the work done by the forwards. And as soon as they get that little advantage, that penalty advantage, they make sure that all hell breaks loose. They'll go to their line, they'll make sure that their fly half gets a cross kick in or something of the sort to get the play going. And that's something that Kingswood will also have to look out for, because they have been conceding a lot of penalties in their last few games. So they'll have to make sure that they concede as less mistakes as possible, especially because that is something that Ananda is looking for as well.
Well, on the other end, Ananda will be playing from the left of your screens towards the right, and we have the wind blowing that way as well. So then Chamudita has to make sure that he could get his kicks on point, because that could play a big part in this first half. Make use of those natural conditions, and you may really end up scoring more points and getting more good territory if you make use of that. And on the other hand, Kingswood will be mindful of that as well, about the conditions here and the wind which is blowing, and the strength that Adena Chamudita has with his kicking boots.
Definitely, that's something that has sometimes taken the teams by surprise, any new teams that are playing in Kandy, in Bogambara. However, if Ananda has taken that into account, I believe they can finish this half quite strongly.
Well, it is all up to the 30 men who are there now, and these are our match officials for the day. The referee will be Aruna Shanta, and he will be assisted by Kailam Sandarawan and Yatush Avinash. Aruna Shanta, of course, a very experienced referee from Sri Lanka, and he will blow the whistle in a very short while, as Denet Chamudita has the ball in his hands. And we are off here at Bogambara. This is Kingswood hosting Ananda, and then its kick goes deep into the 22, collected by Rusit Tamodya. Ananda bringing in that heavy defense early on, putting pressure on the Kingswood backline here. I beg your pardon, Rusit collects the ball and he slots it, but collected again by Ananda. Ananda having possession inside Kingswood's half here.
That's done well by Ananda to secure the ball. And here we have the forwards once again going into that contact. A very conservative play by Ananda. However, they'll be looking, something that they'll be looking for, keeping an eye out for, is the penalty. And loose ball pounced on by once again Ananda, making sure they don't lose that ball.
Well, pick and drives have not been the strength of Ananda, but still they have to be patient here. They have to use that to good effect here. They are inside the Kingswood 40. Moving forward, being patient is the key, but they have lost possession here. Brilliant turnover from Kingswood. Here's Kingswood getting into the Ananda half. And now the Kingswood number 9, Chatura Vimalasuriya, will put the ball to boot. I beg your pardon, that was Tavishe Kanayaka, the skipper. And the ball ends up being dead here.
And that's the win factor there that we spoke about earlier, Kevin. That just push the ball into the deadline and leaving Kingswood at an advantage right here.
Well, as we spoke about, the win factor has played a huge part whenever a game has been played here at Bogambara. We've seen it in the previous years when a team has a very good kicker. They make sure that that kicker gets some good territory with their kicks, and this was the replay of that turnaround from Kingswood, which was much needed. And Kingswood now have themselves a scrum just at the 40-meter mark, as the skipper Tavishe Kanayaka is set to feed the ball in. Tavisha feeds it in. Yet to take the ball out of the scrum. Tavisha goes towards his right hand side. Kingswood have some space, have numbers on the outside. There was Sadeva Amarasuriya going down there. These are good conditions to play rugby, so Kingswood will be mindful of that, and they will be looking to keep possession as much as they can. Quick hands yet again. Tulisha Rasanjana still on his feet, has been brought down finally. And Ananda are under some pressure for the first time in the game, and find some space there. Rivin Baudin. Kingswood looking for space there, going on now with their big men. Manu Shamara Singh. Kingswood have been really good with their pick and drives throughout the season. They have Pushpa Kumara in the ranks as well, a heavy forward. And finally finding some space there. Tamash Tilakaratna getting closer. But unfortunately, Kingswood have yet again not played by the books, giving Anand the position back, and that was a great opportunity, wasn't it? They were just closer to that whitewash. They had the whitewash in their eyesight and just gave back position to Anand as then Chamadita takes play back. And this is good for Ananda, because had Kingswood scored, they would have been under real pressure.
That's definitely good defense by Ananda. They are making sure that Kingswood don't inch any further to that whitewash. And a good kick by Dinesh Chamadita. And a good line out as well taken there by Ananda. And they set up the maul, and the maul inches forward. Egged on by the Ananda scrum half. And this is brilliant by Ananda. They've also gotten that penalty advantage there. And the ball is put to boot. Kingswood player right below that, and he fumbles, and the ball... And play is called back by the referee there. Great passage of play by Ananda, making sure that they gain a lot of territory, and they are right back at the Kingswood 22 in the Kingswood red zone, and they'll want to capitalize on this opportunity that they've been given. And it all started off with that kick.
Well, knocking the ball forward there, Kingswood. And that's not what you expect, especially inside your own 22, as Ananda have a crucial scrum as Chatura Aryavansa feeds the ball in. Ananda Aryavansa goes centre field, and Ananda with some quick hands. Here's Ananda inching towards the try line. There was Netula Vijayawardena who was brought down, and This is where Ananda has to be smart. Showing urgency is fine as far as you keep possession. And a lot of momentum with Ananda. Here's the big number 2, Jonathan Pereira. And just like what Kingswood did from the other end, Ananda have been guilty of handing over possession from prime territory.
And that was great defense by Kingswood there as well. The player just going for the jackal and retaining the ball. And they've just gotten out of jail there because Ananda was looking threatening with their kicks. And Rusit puts ball to boot, gaining some territory, taking them away from the red zone. And an opportunity here for them to counter.
Lovely turnaround that is from Kingswood, and that certainly will give the Kingswood defense a lot of confidence. And they have a line out throw. Still play inside their own half, and Kingswood with a good line out throw have set play free as they go towards their right hand side to the wings as Sachin Navish puts in that chip kick, and has he knocked it forward? Well, no call from the referee as of now, but seems like he has just done that, so will be another scrum for Ananda. That was a passage opening for Kingswood, and knocking it forward from there is very unfortunate.
And what we've seen so far in this game, Kevin, has been that Kingswood has actually thrived when there was broken play. However, they've just undone their good work for themselves by those little unforced errors. And in their last 2 games itself, there have been up to around 30 unforced errors, which is a huge amount. And that is something that they'll have to minimize as much as possible. And once again, ball not taken cleanly. However, Kingswood still retaining position there. Ananda going for that counter-ruck, and they've gotten the ball. Ananda have done brilliantly there to put pressure on Kingswood. And once again, they are in Kingswood's 22, in Kingswood red zone. And what will they be doing here?
Well, it all started from that stunner of a high-hanging kick from Deneth Chamudita again, putting a lot of pressure with that kick. And Anand, the defense, did ever so well to just run forward, chase that ball, apply more pressure on Kingswood. And they have won possession. This is a brilliant from Anand. But what they have to do here is be a lot more composed, as they have the try line within their eyesight. And then Chamudira yet again coming into play. The assistant skipper of Anand.
And something that Ananda has liked to do in the previous games is when they're in that 22, just go for that number 8 break. So that's something that will be there in the back of the Kingswood defenders' minds as well. And there's that number 8 break there by Ananda, and he goes forward, he goes towards line, and it's dropped. It's dropped and it's recovered well by Kingswood, and here they are with the counter once again. And the Ananda fans just stunned, in silence, speechless. The try line was right there, but a great tackle by Kingswood to stop that. And once again by Kingswood, not taken cleanly. However, knocked back is the call by the ref. Kingswood making a little bit of headway there. And they'll be looking for that exit. There are no chasers there, so taken comfortably by Ananda. And they'll be looking for that space in the corner. A good tackle by the Kingswood defense. However, Ananda still retain possession. Pressure at the ruck. And they go for the pods. The forwards will be bringing in that conservative effort. They'll be making sure that they get some meters. And a little bit of creative play there by the fly-half from Ananda. However, taken down by Kingswood. And they've done brilliantly there. They've punished the Ananda fly-half for that little mistake. And Kingswood have taken back possession of the ball. However, they've done brilliantly here, but they have made a lot of unforced errors, I would say, Kevin, that has costed them a lot. This time, however, they don't concede any points, but if they keep doing this, that will be very troubling for them.
Well, going back to that knock forward from Ananda with the try line within their eyesight. Well, the player could have been a bit more selfless there. He was trying to finish it on his own. And when you go like that, a heavy hit will always bring that chance of knocking the ball forward. And because he was not going strong, he was going fast, but one heavy hit was always going to be a knocked forward ball. And that is where Ananda has to be a bit more strategical, and that they have to be a lot more selfless as well. There wasn't much space as well. He was just barging into the defense, and unfortunately he just knocked the ball forward, and Kingswood saved themselves from another try being conceded.
A lot of back and forth in this game. And Ananda doing well there to disrupt that line out. However, the ball has been knocked forward, is the call by the ref, by Ananda, and they'll be going for that scrum. The Kingswood forwards being put to work here. Both teams, the forwards from both teams being put to work here.
Well, so far it hasn't really been a free-flowing game. A lot of stoppages, a lot of enforced errors from both the sets of players. But at the end of the day, it is just 12 minutes. And as I said, at the end of the day, it comes down to who makes less number of errors, because already both the teams have had some brilliant opportunities and both of them failing to capitalize. But Ananda will be the happier side because they've spent most of their time in their opponent's half, and Kingswood have had those small bits of sparks, but they haven't been able to capitalize. But now the skipper, Tavishek Nayaka, has the ball in his hands. Will be feeding it in. Won't be surprised if another kick comes in play. Here's Rusit Tamodya, and that is exactly what he has done with a high hanging kick. Then Chamudita collects it. Chamudita still on his feet, passes the ball underarm to his companion on the outside. Kingswood defending here, and Ananda still in their half will be looking to find some break to get into that Kingswood half, and they have done that. Chamudita waiting for that ball. The kick will come in, goes high. Again, Kingswood under pressure. That was Baudin. Fortunately for him, the ball just fell back, and Baudin on the move tries for that fancy backhand pass. Kingswood still holding on to position there. Tamodi
met with the wall of Anand, the defenders there, and a little chip over the top, giving Anand the possession. They do well to retain the ball. However, they've lost a lot of meters, and the forwards being put to work here, just gaining some territory there. And here's the second pod of forwards, also making sure to go in front of the gain line. And there's the exit from Ananda.
Brilliant there from Chamudita yet again. Lot of territory gain there. It almost was a 50-22 as well.
What a brilliant kick, I have to say, Kevin, from Dinesh Chamudita there.
Well, one thing that Chamudita could do is that yes, he is gaining a lot of meters, a lot of territory from those kicks, but maybe he could try to get those 50-22s into play. Another brilliant chip kick this time from Kingswood, but Anand getting there on time, winning a position back, and they have position inside the Kingswood 40 here. Both teams are fighting it hard so far in these opening 15 minutes. Another 20 minutes to go for us to get into that halftime break. Still scoreless here at Bogambara, who will be the first team to break that shackle and go on to score. Ananda, having enjoyed most of the possession, having enjoyed the better of the territory, have themselves...
and here's the penalty advantage, and they go for the line. They have few overlapping defenders there. Ananda making meters. Well defended by Kingswood there. Once again going for that pack of forwards.
Ananda slowly and steadily gaining up some meters here. That's the heavy forwards barging through the Kingswood defense, taking them inside the 20 to the ball. Has been lost, but will probably go back to that advantage that Ananda had. Or do they have themselves another?
Good bit of face play there by Ananda. And it looks like they are going for points here, which I feel like is the correct decision right here. Because they've been doing playing a lot of their rugby in the Kingswood 22, and they'll be looking to reap the rewards, if not a 7 points, but at least these 3 points, and putting Kingswood in the back foot.
Shamudita, 86 points behind his name, has an opportunity to keep those points just increasing. Here's Chamudita with 3 points up for grabs, and Chamudita makes it 89 points. What a start this is for Anand. But that was a very smart move from them, because they were conceding, or rather losing possession back and forth, and that opening score is what you need at some points, doesn't it, Bilal, just to give that opening for you?
Definitely, and what a crucial role Chamudita is playing here. I feel like every time he gets the ball, he puts it to boot, and it's not a aimless kick. He makes sure that he gains a lot of meters. He makes sure that he makes it very hard for the Kingswood defense, for the Kingswood backline to actually collect that ball as well. And it has all led to these 3 points. And Kingswood restart. Bowdin with the kick. Taken quite comfortably there by Ananda.
And yet again, it's that man Chamudita with a brilliant clearance kick from his own 22, taking play back into Kingswood 40. Yes, Kingswood will have possession, but Chamudita for the moment has given Ananda a chance to defend from a much easier position.
Kingswood with the line out. Cleanly taken. Ball through Sudamodya, who feeds it to his line, and a fancy little backhand offload there. And just bundled into touch there. An exciting phase of rugby for Kingswood, however, they couldn't keep it going, and well defended by Ananda there.
Well, one thing that Kingswood should be mindful of is that it is good showing urgency, but still there's a lot of time left in the game. So this is where they have to play it smart. Just 3 points ahead are Ananda. And another good line out throw from Ananda have kept themselves with possession. And a heavy defense coming off from Kingswood here. The Ananda Mall going nowhere here, as Kingswood is taking them back. The ball has been set free as Chamudita puts the ball back into his boot. That was Bowdin failing to collect. Fortunately for him, it fell on the sides, and Bowdin collects it again. Looks for some space, but has been dragged down onto the pitch as Kingswood with possession inside their own half, while Ananda are applying a lot of pressure with their defense. Here's the skipper, Ekanayaka. Tamodya now goes centre field to Tamash. Kingswood getting nowhere here. A clearance kick will come. And wasn't the best of clearances. Ball still inside the playing area as Chamudita collects it. Chamudita puts the ball to boot and falls back again. This has been end-to-end kicking right from the beginning of the game, Bilal, and Ananda finding some space there. Ananda just outside the 22. Lovely steal there from Kingswood. They've won back possession.
And here's Kingswood in their own 22 looking to run the ball, and they've just given it away to Ananda there. And they take the ball once again. A quick tap taken by Kingswood and given to the wing here, who is gaining some meters. Will he go all the way? Oh, simple pass. Could have seen him go a little more in front. However, taken down well by Ananda. And here we have another thumb. Oh! A careless offload there. However, Kingswood have the penalty. And this is the thing with offloads, Kevin. I feel like there's a lot. It definitely does bring a lot of magic to the game. But however, the Kingswood players have to make sure that they make these offloads at the proper time. And the players receiving the offloads as well have to make sure that they know what's coming.
Well, this was the replay again. A simple pass could have paved the way for Kingswood to score a try, but he opted to go on his own. Was dragged down, and Kingswood have decided that they will go for touch as Rusit puts the ball to boot, takes Kingswood 8-9 meters away from well, I beg your pardon, it wasn't a good kicker from Tamodya there. Could have found a lot of meters with that, but just has taken his team inside that 22 meter mark, right on the 22 meter mark.
And Kingswood in Ananda's 22. What will they be doing here? Rusid feeds it to the pack once again, who makes a lot of headway. However, play is called back.
Well, obstruction was the call from the referee, and Ananda have possession as Chamudita has taken the ball on his own, and Ananda have knocked the ball forward, but they do have another advantage, fortunately. So this is where Chamudita will look to take play inside that Kingswood half with his magical left foot. Again, a decent touch finder from Chamudita, taking play into that 40 meter mark. This was where Kingswood conceded another penalty. Obstruction. It was clear. Might not have been intentional, but then again, that's how the rule book goes. And Ananda with a clean line out throw have formed themselves the driving maul. They are driving forward. Those heavy forwards. Can they go a bit more forward there? Kingswood's trying to steal the ball there, but Ananda with some space. Here's the number 12. Lovely pass, and Ananda should go over.
And they've been stopped inches away, and it's been held. It's been held up by Kingswood there. A valiant last-ditch defense by Kingswood to stop that try. But what a brilliant passage of play by Ananda there to just see that gap, run those correct lines, and make sure they almost score. What a game we are having at our hands, Kevin.
Well, here's the replay there. The number 12, which was Netsara Kodituaku, finding the slightest of spaces in between that defense, and that was a good pass to his number 9 as well, going down. But unfortunately for them, a brilliant piece of defense coming in from Sachinta Navish denies them from that opening try. And Kingswood will be relieved, relieved. They never saw that Netsara Kodituaku was eyeing that small space that they had. But Ananda gaining much more momentum out of this game. 21 minutes down, 14 minutes to go. And Kingswood yet to score, and this may well possibly be another low-scoring affair.
Definitely, Kevin. And credit where credit is due. That was a brilliant bit of defense there by Kingswood. And we see the Kingswood number 13, Sachintha, going off the field for medical attention. Never a good sight to see, and we really do hope that he will be all right. And Kingswood will be kicking from their own try line. It's never easy to stop someone there at that try line with who has that much momentum, but Kingswood has done it to their credit, and they've been having a lot of close escapes, Kevin, and it feels like it's only a matter of time until Ananda score.
A flat goal line dropout. Chamudita has the ball. Chamudita puts it high up. Is there someone to chase it down? Kingswood under pressure. Both men colliding with each other, but fortunately they've able to keep position. Quickly taken there, and Baudin putting the ball to boot. And a lovely collection yet again from the assistant skipper, Dinesh Chamudita. What a game he has had so far, and just when I speak, he has lost possession. And may well possibly could have been dragged out of touch there.
That is a good chase by Sadev, the Kingswood winger there. He made sure that Chamudita didn't have a lot of time to react. And just forcing that error there and getting Kingswood possession of the ball.
Kingswood with possession, Tamodia with quick hands, and yet again caught guilty of knocking the ball forward. Yes, they were showing urgency, they were eyeing that space, but that could have been held on their own hands rather than dropping it forward. And Ananda will now look to find Chamudita, who will put the ball to boot. And Chamudita's kick is really good. What a game he is having here, Chamudita. A 50-22 that was from him. Quickly taken by Ananda. Maybe they could have waited a bit longer. Try to get that line out throw in, the conventional one, and form that maul, which they have been successful at. Well, as I speak, Ananda have lost position, given position back to Kingswood.
Kingswood definitely have to do something here, Kevin, to counter Ananda's attacks. They've been making those try-saving tackles. They've been stealing the balls well. However, they haven't been playing a lot of their rugby in Ananda's territory. A lot of the game has been played in Kingswood's 22, in Kingswood's territory. And they'll have to change that. And here they're working the line. Baudin with the ball. Baudin with the little dummy. And he's going forward. And there's no one in front of him. Oh, and that's done well by Ananda there. Just collecting the kick. And Ananda is in the counter. And just knocked forward there by the Ananda players. Once again, the panic of the moment just getting to them.
Well, should give a lot of credit to Baudin here. Look at that run. Lovely run it was from him. The dummy as well. Ananda were completely caught off guard and had that grubber past Chamudita there. It could have may well have been their opening try as well. And again, Chamudita. That's not something easy to collect out of. It was a very close Baudin, and that kick just struck onto him firmly. And he just hung on to that ball. Whenever Kingswood have found some space, found some momentum, Ananda have been able to win back possession and bring that spark to halt. Still, it's just 3 points separating the two sides. We are into the 25th or rather 26th minute mark. Here's the skipper Ekanayaka feeding the ball in, collects it out, puts it to centre field, and Tamodya has been brought down. Took a bit more time than normal to get that pass out, so he has been brought down by the Ananda defence. And one thing that the Ananda defence have done is that inside Kingswood half, inside Kingswood's 22, they have applied a lot of pressure whenever the boys from Randall Hills had possession with them.
And play has been called off here, and the player seems to be injured on the ground and in a little bit of pain as well.
Here's the replay, possibly of that injury for that Ananda player, and it was a heavy hit. Seems like he's having some problems with his left shoulder there. And the medical staff are looking into that matter, and we hope that he will be back on his feet, ready to go with the game. And he is back on his feet. Good signs for Ananda. We're going back to that point about Ananda applying a lot of pressure on the Kingswoodians whenever they've had possession inside their own 22, and that have really pressurized Kingswood. And as the visiting fans are so far enjoying their time, but they know the 3 points is not a lot at all, and Ananda should find a way to keep that deficit going up and up. On the other hand, Kingswood, they can't be going into the halftime break without points being scored, because that'll put them a lot of pressure when they come into the second half.
Kingswood with ball in hand once again, however still in their territory. They'll be looking to make an exit.
Line offside, says the referee, so Kingswood have a penalty, have a chance to get out of danger here. Well, the touch finders or other clearances from Rusit Tamodya hasn't been the best so far. Here's Tamodya with the clearance this time. A better touch finder from him takes play just outside of that 50-meter mark. Here's the replay of that offense from Anand being caught, being offside there.
And Kingswood would be interesting to see what they do here. They go to the line, Rusit there. The two forwards just making a running a dummy line, and the ball going towards the center instead. A little bit of scrappy play there in the midfield, however, ball retained by Kingswood. And a thundering run forward into the Ananda defense. Once again.
Well, as Kingswood goes forward, I'm surprised to see the number of balls that people have dropped forward so far. These are not bad conditions. Again, a better pass there. Could have given Kingswood a lot of momentum there as Rusit Tamode tries to barge through the defense. Still in their own half, the skipper Ekanayaka puts in the chip kick. Can he get into the other end? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Kingswood on the move here. Finally, they have some good position from good territory. Here's the big number for Pansilu Bandara. Could this culminate into being the first Amana Bank try of the game? Again, another grabber. Can Kingswood get on the other side? Yes, they can. Yes, they can. That is the first Amana Bank try of the game, and it is Sachin the Navisha adding the final touches for that lovely try. This is what Kingswood have been trying throughout the game, Bilal, to find some space, to get those chip kicks, grubbers through that space, and end up scoring a try, and finally they have found a way to do so.
Definitely a lot of flair entailing that try, and this is what they've been trying to emulate, Kevin, and when they finally do get it right, it's just beautiful rugby.
Well, that was Tamodya. Not the best of days for him until that moment with that brilliant grubber through the cap.
Definitely, that'll be giving him a lot of confidence as well going into the rest of the game. And the conversion just goes a bit wayward. However, Kingswood retains a 2-point lead as halftime closes on.
Well, that was Bowdin with the conversion, and here's the replay of that previous try. That was the opening that Kingswood desperately needed, and that was a brilliant grubber from Rusit Tamodya. And Sachin Tanavish, all he had to do was to collect the ball and go over to score that first Amana Bank try of the game. And for the first time in a long while, Ananda under pressure now, and they have lost their lead. Again, a deep kick there, and Tamodya has knocked the ball forward there. We were just commending him for his piece of brilliance from the other end, and now will this be a costly error for Kingswood? And Ananda have a scrum from prime position that should have been grabbed with both hands. Again, for the point that I was talking about earlier, I'm surprised to see the number of knock-ons in the game. The conditions are much better than what we've had in the previous weeks, Bilal.
Definitely something to consider for Kingswood, Kevin. They had the upper hand, however, with that little knock-on, they've just given Ananda that momentum they needed, and they pass wide. However, the ball trickles down out of play, but something that Ananda has done there, something that Kingswood has allowed Ananda to do there, is gain that momentum back after that try.
Well, despite that ball going out of the playing area, Ananda have themselves a penalty, and Tenet Chamudita points at the post, and they are going to take that 3 points. I'm not so sure about this decision because they are well within the reach of that try line. They could have possibly got all 7 points, but still, if this kick goes through, should go through because it is a conventional kick, Ananda will have the lead back. And Tenet Chamudita makes it 92 points for him, and Ananda have got themselves the lead back just at the brink of the halftime break.
Successful penalty scored by the Ananda College.
And that will be halftime as Ananda have got themselves the lead, a slender 1-point lead. And this has been an exciting low-scoring affair. Not a lot of tries scored, not a lot of points being scored, but still the intensity has been there right from the beginning. A stop-start affair, a lot of penalties conceded, a lot of knock-ons, but still that excitement is there.
And at halftime, the scores, but something that Ananda has done is go into the halftime with that momentum. With a 1 point lead, we are having a low scoring affair here, and we'll be back with a lot more action for you here at Papare.
Hey, shall we have a ramen? Yeah? Yes, now you can have Korean ramen anytime, anywhere. With newly introduced Maliban Snackers Korean Ramen Savory Biscuit. Grab a pack for just 550 rupees and get that spicy Korean ramen sensation while watching this match.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Vihilu නෙමේ Tokyo Super ඕන වැඩකට super.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Keep sweating. Keep pushing the limits. Keep stepping up your game. Keep shining. Keep rising. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex. Get. Spray. Go.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තිය කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චෞමරි අක්කා.
බිත්තියට ස්විස්ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නැහැ.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝට් ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Now a summer refreshment, the train they gotta go.
Night Glow Pocket Perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා. ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකො දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාශීල්ඩ් 2K waterproof දැම්මා නම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නැහැ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාශීල්ඩ් 2K waterproofer සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
German-engineered tyres for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
There is a rhythm to island life, where a walk is a dance, where there is work-life flexibility, where fun is serious, and where songs rise out of the sea. The unique and amazing facets of island living inspire us.
Bring that inspiration home. Lanka Tiles. Fine living. Redefined.
Love rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamai.
At ESU, every class, every opportunity unlocks a new version of yourself. Welcome to the Infinite You. Welcome to ESU.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි. නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
German-engineered tyres for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
දවසම ෆ්‍රෙෂ් වෙන්න. O3 Spirit and Freedom perfumed body spray.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
German-engineered tyres for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Whose fault is this? Looks like someone didn't use Tokyo's Superbond for tiling. Tokyo Superbond. Do it right the first time.
Now Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection samaging pirimin sadhamai.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තිය කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
චමරි අක්කා.
පිටියට ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මොකුත් නැහැ.
Swiss Tech Skim Coat. Finish එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
Now Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection samaging pirimin sadhamai.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
At ESU, every class, every opportunity unlocks a new version of yourself. Welcome to the Infinite You. Welcome to ESU.
එක පැත්තකින් වාගෙනදී තව පැත්තකින් මතුවෙනවා. මේ ටයිල් එක බෑ. දෙක තුනක් කැඩිලත් එක්ක. චමරි අක්කා.
ජීවිත කාලය පුරාම අල්ලන් ඉන්න නම් ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ඕන ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව්.
Swiss Tech Tile Adhesive. අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
At ESU, every class, every opportunity unlocks a new version of yourself. Welcome to the Infinite You. Welcome to ESU.
Love rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamari.
Saratama enjoy karanga party ekata go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth ekata go ekak.
Boss, I got you some homemade milk toffee. Shall I bring it now? You know, no matter what others say, you are really important to us. I have never seen anyone care about the company as much as you do.
While you're working hard to earn your yearly bonus, save money with Commercial Bank's Power Bonus. Open an account with just 5,000 rupees and earn bonus interest every 3 months straight.
ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එක.
බයද? ඒවටත් බෙහෙත් අපි ළඟ තියෙනවා. ඉඳගන්න.
උස්වත්තු පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස.
තව ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එකක් ගහමුද?
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Well, it has been a low-scoring affair thus far. Just a slender 1 point separating the two sides. Ananda, right at the brink of the half-time break, getting that 3 points, and these were the highlights from the first half. Not a lot to show as far as point scoring is concerned, but maybe the knock-ons, we might have had at least a 20 in that opening half. And this was the first 3 points on the board there for Anand.
And definitely, Kevin, like you mentioned, this was the wonderful try by Kingswood there, perfectly positioned by Rusita Modya, that little grubber, and before that, that little chip into the air by the number 9. And Ananda, right after Kingswood scored that try, came back with another 3 points to
Well, this scoreline certainly takes me back to the good old days, where we more often than not used to have similar scores being all around Sri Lanka. There were a lot of low scoring affairs, and they've had that high intensity despite not a lot being scored. But the only difference is that back then they didn't make many mistakes as both the teams have done today.
Definitely, Kevin, and that's something I feel like that both teams would have definitely spoken about in their halftime. during their halftime talks to minimize the mistakes as much as possible, because these are not mistakes that are forced as well. These are unforced errors, little things that is created by a little bit of panic, a little lapse in concentration. So as soon as they make sure that they cover that up,
well, one thing that has been good from both sides so far is that they haven't conceded any cards, and that is a good sign. It has more or less been silly errors like knock-ons and being caught offside than those forced errors like high tackles and whatnot. As Baudin will kick the ball into the wind to kick-start the second half. The ball goes up high and collected cleanly there by Ananda. And Kingswood have the wind advantage now. Deneth Chamudita was playing brilliantly along with that wind in the opening half. He has been the man to add 6 points to Ananda. Again, Chamudita with the kick and falls just inside the touch. And another brilliant clearance coming in from Deneth Chamudita straight away in these opening few minutes of the second half.
I strongly believe, Kevin, that the reason he's able to get these really good kicks is because of the fact that he's left-footed as well. In some angles that the right-foot kickers wouldn't have been able to get a lot of meters from, I think Chamudita does perfectly.
As Rusit Tamodia puts the ball to boot, and Anand will have all the time to collect it, but good rush defense there from Kingswood. For the first time, Chamudita under some pressure. His clearance kick wasn't the best as Tamodia finds some space. Tamodia on the move. Lovely offload there. And Kingswood are just inches away from the whitewash. And have Kingswood gone over? Yes, they have. What a turnaround this is. That is the skipper, Tavisha Ekanayaka, scoring. And Namana bank dry. Brilliant work there from Kingswood. And for the first time, Deneth Chamudita was put into pressure and his clearance kick went nowhere. And Rusit Tamodia got onto the other end of it. And what a run that was from him as well before getting that pass out.
And definitely this is what Kingswood would have been expecting as a beginning to the second half, and they've done brilliantly there to just gain that momentum and put pressure on Ananda. And Rivin Baudin lines up the kick, looking for those 2 points. And he gets it. He gets the conversion right. And that's 7 points for Kingswood there at the beginning of the second half itself. And they're starting off strong. This is exactly what they would have wanted from their second half start. And they've gotten it.
Well, 2 tries now for Kingswood. This is where I felt that Ananda, instead of taking those 3 points at the brink of half-time, could have at least taken a quick tap and looked to score a try there, because a try gives you 5 points and it gives you an opportunity to add two more points as well. And now they're trailing by 6 points.
And as Ananda look to restart, they'll be looking to kick deep to force those errors again. And Kingswood will have to make sure that they collect the ball cleanly. And they do. That's a good collection. And a high kick by Amodia there, and the Kingswood player just able to collect it. And they've made some good meters there. And here's another chip from the scrum half, and the ball is going towards the line. It's a foot race, and Kingswood just lose the ball at the tip of his hands. And Ananda with the ball once again. What a brilliant passage of play by Kingswood there.
Time off. Yes.
The unpredictability of the bounce, just getting all of them there. And that could have been another try. Just slipped through the fingers of the Kingswood number 13, Sachintha Navisha.
Well, to start this move, it was a brilliant high-hanging kick from Kingswood. Gave enough time for his companion to chase it down and to get onto the other side and collect it. And this was the replay of that kick from Rusit Thamodia. Look at that. And there was the skipper, if I'm not wrong, collecting the ball there.
And a good collection. And this, once again, just putting the ball into space. All Kingswood had to do was collect the ball as it was rolling towards the try line. And there it is, just inches away. The opportunity slipping through the grasps of the Kingswood number 13.
Well, a bit of a halt in the game as Dinesh Chamadita is being attended by the medics. Ananda will hope that there is not a lot of trouble for him because he has been the playmaker for them throughout the season. 92 points for him so far in the season, just 8 points away from reaching that 100-point mark. Dinesh Chamadita. Well, seems like the referee Aruna Shanta is advising to take Chamadita out of the playing area. Could this be a game-changing move here? Chamadita is being taken out, possibly just to check on his status, and could be back on the field any moment. Chamadita wouldn't want to go out in this fashion. He would want to continue because his team needs him. And Ananda will now have a scrum inside their own 22 as Chatur Ariwansa has the ball in his hands.
I think this will be a huge sigh of relief for Kingswood as well, because he has been terrorizing that Kingswood backline with those long high kicks. And Kingswood with momentum will look to regain possession of the ball here again, while Ananda will be looking for a quick exit from their 22. And there's that number 8 break. He barges in through a wall of Kingswood players.
Kingswood applying a lot of pressure onto these Ananda players who are trying to find a way to get out of danger here. Well, there is no Chamadita to save them with a kick. So they are opting to go on their own, and so far one thing they have done well is to manage to hold on to possession, as Kingswood not letting it go easily. Here's the big prop forward barging through. Janitha Pereira.
Not there. Just come here.
Well, we'll go back to that previous penalty advantage that Ananda had. And finally, they have an opportunity to take play outside of their 22. Chamadita is still being attended by the medics along the sidelines, as the clearance is not so great.
And it's that win factor once again, Kevin, just showing there. And also perhaps the absence of Chamadita showing very loudly there for the Ananda supporters as well. He has been one of their talismanic players throughout this entire campaign with 92 points to his name. The highest top scorer, the highest point scorer so far. However, that doesn't mean that Ananda will have all wind out of their sails. They'll be reverting back to their forwards, who have done well to create a maul there, inching forward.
Advantage to number three, line.
Maul being broken loose there. Ananda with Pereira. Pereira still on his feet, and good defense from Kingswood. They're giving Ananda no space to work with, as they just manage to keep the ball out of touch. Or do they? Well, they do have themselves another penalty, and fortunately they have Tenet Chamudita entering the field back, and straight away he will take things to his control, and he will be the one with this touch finder. A decent one at that, but possibly from that angle they could have opted for a right footer to take that touch finder instead of Tenet Chamudita, who was very close to that touch line. Wasn't really going to be easy for him to find a lot of meters, and good line out throw there from Seymal Vimarisuri, as Ananda with the maul driving forward. Kingswood have no answers so far. The maul is going at rapid pace here. Lovely work from the Ananda forwards. Heavy work being done by them, and it has been broken loose. Ananda inside Kingswood 22. This is good work from the Anandians, keeping the Kingswood defense guessing. And this is where they have to be smart too. They have more often than not caught guilty of conceding, or rather losing possession from such areas, but this time they have won themselves another penalty. Then Chamudita. The last two times they've won penalties from such areas, has opted to go for the pose, and he has done the same this time around as well. He's just trying to cut the deficit down, but Anand, knowing that they have the heavier forwards, could really look to score a try here. They are chasing the game. They are 6 points down, and 3 points here will just cut the deficit by 3 points. But on the other hand, if they score a try, it'll just be a single point game below.
Definitely an interesting choice, Kevin, from Ananda there. But this has been their gameplay throughout. I feel like they are sticking to their guns, just making sure that they get the 3 points that is on offer. A relatively one of Chamudita's easier kicks if he is to make this. And they'll be looking to cut down that deficit.
Yep.
And make it a 4-point game. 3-point game. And Chamudita lines up the kick. The crowd in silence, waiting to see what will happen.
Charge. Yes.
And as easy as you'd like, 3 more points for Chamudita's name right there. And he not only closes down the deficit, he not only closes down that gap, but he adds 3 more points to his name, bringing it up to
number 6.
95.
Okay.
Well, 3 points were Ananda, but that doesn't give them the lead. It has just cut the deficit by 3 points.
Yeah.
They should have looked to go for a try-scoring option there, but still Ananda hanging in there. And the ball falls back off Chamudita. Chamudita with the clearance.
Okay, line out.
Kingswood will have a line out throw inside the Ananda 22, and if Kingswood can add points from here, They will keep taking the game away from Ananda.
That was a good deep kick by Baudin as well, making sure that his chasers also put Chamudita under pressure, not giving him enough time to react.
Well, Chamudita was brilliant in that opening half, but one thing that he could have tried to do more often than not is to get those 50-22s as Kingswood with the ball, trying to drive forward, but the Ananda defense is firm. They have the heavy a lot. Here's Ekanayaka, the skipper, goes into centre field. A lovely wraparound pass there. Kingswood still with possession, goes towards the left-hand side. Here's Tamodia, goes deep. Tamodia finds his number 11, which is Dulaja Fernando. And Fernando has been brought down, and Fernando has been caught guilty of holding the ball longer. So Ananda yet again have one possession back.
That's good defense by Ananda there. Kingswood in the red zone, making sure they stop them from scoring that try, and a really good touch finder as well, taking them up to almost the 50-meter mark.
Well, that was against the wind as well, and good work yet again from the talisman, as Ananda will now look to add more points. The line out throw is good. They form the maul again. Whenever they have formed the maul, Kingswood were under the pump, but this time the Kingswood defense have done well so far. They're trying to drag them out of touch, but Ananda losing possession now. Here's Ekanayaka to Tamodia, and Tamodia's pass wasn't the best there. Sadev Amarasuriya somehow managed to hold on to possession. The skipper passing to Sachinta. Navisha, the try scorer. And yet again, Kingswood caught guilty of handing possession so easily.
And once again undone by their own errors, Kevin. This could have been much more. However, they've just given Anand the possession of the ball from a crucial area there.
Well, Ananda back into Kingswood's 50. And that they have a line out throw as Seimal Vimilisuriya will be taking the line out throw.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure that Ananda will look to form that maul yet again. And Kingswood will be knowing that as well. Here's Vimilisuriya with the line out, a good one at that. Ananda forms a maul. Ananda's maul goes sideways. This time they've found some meters going forward. Kingswood has a lot of defending to do here. Ananda inside Kingswood's 40. The Ananda maul is just going forward and forward. Kingswood let losing there, and Ananda still with the maul, still with possession. Finally being collapsed there.
And they've got that advantage as well, Kevin. And here's the Ananda center just breaking through, making those valuable meters, inching towards that 22. And the forwards just storming in there. And a little more structure now. Chamudita, a little cross kick there. But it goes wayward.
Well, Chamudita knew that there was an advantage for them. But it'll be interesting now to see whether Chamudita goes for those 3 points yet again. A tight angle this time. The distance is a bit further away. And here's the replay of that error being error from Kingswood. A man going down there, collapsing the maul. That was the number 20, the replacement Chanidu Adhikari, who went down. Well, Anand this time have opted to go for that touch find. A smart call. They need a try here.
Their maul has been looking brilliant as well, and if they can do the same thing that they did from the previous line out, a try would not be off the cards for Ananda.
Number 14, red number 14.
And Kingswood in anticipation of the maul. How exactly will they come up with the defense here?
Just over 20 minutes to go in this game. Just 3 points separating the two sides. A try here for Ananda will put them on the front foot. Vimili Surya is a very, very important line out through. Ananda forms the maul yet again. They are driving forward.
And they've got that advantage under their belt as well.
Here's Ananda applying a lot of pressure on this Kingswood defense. Do the Kingswood defense have answers for this Ananda attack? The big man has been brought down. Here's Chamudita. Chamudita with the pass, and that will be the Amana Bank try for Ananda. It is a Netula Vijay Then Chamudita not only can score, but he can assist as well.
And what a brilliant, but smart rugby there by Ananda. They just went for the maul. They got that advantage, and with that in mind, they, knowing that the Kingswood defense was stretched, they went to the blind side, and Chamudita just doing well right there to just draw those two defenders and give it to his wing there, who just trots back home to the try line.
Chamudita now has the opportunity to add their 2 more points onto the board. But this is from a very, very tight angle, and the wind is against him as well. What could Chamudita do here? 95 points behind his name. A good kick here will take it up to 97, and more importantly will give his team 2 more points. Chamudita lining himself up. Chamudita with the conversion, and Chamudita's kick is brilliant. That was a moment of brilliance from Tenet Chamudita. From a very tight angle, playing against the wind. He adds the 2 points, and now Ananda have a 4-point lead here. All the hype is worth it.
Definitely, and something that is very notable is the 2 contrasting approaches both these teams have to their rugby. And there's that curve there by Chamudita, and Kingswood with the kickoff. Once again they kick deep, and there's a slight fumble there by Ananda, but and the first knock on is called by the referee. Good kick there by Kingswood, forcing that error, their chasers as well. And they've got possession of the ball, and they'll have to score from here as well. Time running out. Kingswood in Ananda territory. They'll have to capitalize on this.
Important scrum for Kingswood. The referee wants to have a word before the scrum is being taken. It will be retaken as well. But going back to that conversion from Chamudita, 11 out of the 16 points that Ananda have scored have been off Tenet Chamudita. And he's just improving game by game, week by week. And Kingswood yet again under the pump. They are behind by 4 points. Here's Kingswood from that scrum, breaking loose and knocking the ball forward. Knocking the ball forward. This is not how you win games. They have to be a lot more patient. They are a much better side than this. They have all the good players in their ranks, and just the moment of pressure showing up on them. Then Chamudita will put the ball to good. Will take back the play into Kingswood's half as Savisha puts the ball to Baudi.
And Kingswood with possession once again. Slight little error there, however they retain possession and they'll be looking to gain some meters here. And the ball taken well by Chamudita there and kicked to empty space, however ball recovered well by Ananda there, and they have possession of the ball and they'll be making meters into Kingswood's 40-meter territory. And the crowd getting behind their team. And here's that approach that we spoke about before by Kingswood. Where they will be going for those pick and drives by their forwards, just waiting for that little penalty from where they will pass to Chamudita and make the line do their work. A very conservative approach by Ananda, however, an approach that has been working for them until now. Kingswood done well to steal the ball there, and they are making a run in the corner. Ball in hand, Kingswood with possession once again, and Rusi just feeding it to his number 19. Momentum back with Kingswood once again, using their forwards to gain those extra territories.
We'll go back to that pen that Kingswood have quickly taken there by Tamodia. Tamodia goes to Bowdin. Bowdin has numbers on the outside, but Bowdin take a bomb, will score a try of pure individual brilliance. An Amana Bank try for Kingswood. That try will play all over social media for the next few days.
A moment of magic there by Rusit Bowdin and by Rivin Bowdin and Rusit Amod and Bowdin there, just combining to get to spot that little gap. He took that quick tap and those dancing feet by Bowdin, confusing the defenders, making sure that he goes over the line. And Kingswood now in the lead. They are making sure that they protect their pride, protect their legacy that they have created in Kandy, that they have had for over centuries. The conversion could have been better. However, Kingswood just 1 point ahead now. And here's that little moment of magic by Bowdin once again. Just slicing through all of those Ananda defenders there.
Well, has certainly been a much better second half from both the sides. Both the sides have looked to score points, and that was the real turnaround for both the sides, and just a slender point lead for Kingswood, and Kingswood back in the lead as then Chamudita wants the ball to be changed, but no, says the referee Aruna Shanta. And Chamudita will possibly look to go deeper with this restart kick. But his kick will go out of play, so will be a scrum right on the 50-meter mark for Kingswood. Pressure showing up on Ananda with 12 minutes to go. Kingswood have that 1 point lead.
And they'll definitely have to extend this lead to just give them that cushion, because as we approach this last quarter, anything can happen at this moment. Kingswood with ball in hand at the 50-meter mark. the number 8 break there. And they go to the center.
Yes.
And Ananda does brilliantly there to get that ball back. The little lack of support spotted by the Ananda defenders, and they get that penalty for themselves. Chamuditha, ball in hand, will make sure that he gets some meters once again and put that pressure back on Kingswood.
Again, Kingswood could expect that maul being formed by Ananda, and that was the error committed by the skipper Ekanaik. Holding on was the call from the referee Aruna Shant as Minasuri now has another very important line out there. Just 10 minutes to go, or rather 11 minutes to go in this game, and Kingswood with a single point lead, defending well here. Ananda, for the first time, their maul has got nowhere, and seems like Kingswood have turned over proceedings as well. Brilliant from Kingswood as Tamodia goes out wide, as the skipper Ekanaika goes to his number 23, and lovely basketball pass there. And Kingswood looking so good here.
Line outside, number 18.
And another advantage could come in the way of Kingswood as well, as this time individual moment of brilliance from Tamodia takes play closer to that try line, but they have just lost possession, but they will have that advantage.
Line outside, yeah. Just it.
Ashik Azmi just had to hold on to that ball there, but it slips through. A nice little offload there by Rusi Tamodia, taking him inches away from that try.
What will Kingswood opt to do from here? This is in kicking range, and they have opted to go for that kick as a substitute. Is bringing the tee inside, and Tamodia hasn't really had the best of days with the boot, especially with place kicking. It will be interesting to see who will be taking this kick, and this was the replay of Dian and the line being caught offside there.
And they've opted to go for a scrum, which is interesting. But it looks like Kingswood is backing their forwards to secure that ball, and the line will be expecting to bring in some of that magic, some of that flair once again to undo the Ananda defense.
Just 9 minutes to go. Here's the big number 1 of Kingswood breaking from that scrum, and they are inching forward. A try here could save the game for Kingswood. Save the game, save the day. But they have to put in some good work here. They have to be patient here. Go pod by pod, bringing those pick and drives into play.
And the big Kingswood forwards sucking in the Ananda defense. Narrow points of attack there by Kingswood, inching closer to that line.
Just inches away now, Kingswood. If they continue to move on with this pace, they will definitely score Ramana bank try, and that is what they have done. That was their number 1 scoring that try, which is Tushan Madugal. A very important try at that.
And the Kingswood defenders, the Kingswood forwards, just making a statement there, backing themselves with that scrum, going on the blind side and going from those pick and drives over the try line.
Well, they have certainly learned a lesson there. Kingswood earlier, it was all about them going alone, but now they've made use of that pick and drives, being a bit more composed, as Baudin looks to add 2 more points.
And the conversion goes a bit wayward. However, Kingswood, with those 2 quick tries, are in the lead. And the points are now at 22-16 with advantage to Kingswood.
Well, for the second time in the game, Kingswood have a 6-point lead. And with 7 minutes to go, we can expect a lot more happening, unfolding in this game. Ananda will not let this go easily. They are still within the reach. A try and a conversion could give them a lead, give them the lead. But if they go down in this game, it will come up to those decisions that they made early on. The 3 penalty kicks that they took, 2 of them could have easily been tries.
Definitely, Kevin, and it will be interesting to see how Ananda strike back from here. They'll want possession of the ball as soon as possible. And a flat kick taken well by Kingswood there. And penalty for Kingswood. That urgency just forcing an error for Ananda there. And Kingswood well within control of the game at this point. What Kingswood will have to do at this point is make sure that they minimize the number of mistakes again. Just make sure that they stick to their basics. That's a great kick there to get some meters.
Well, that was a brilliant kicker from Rusit Tamodia there. Taking play well inside that 22-meter mark. Or has he? Well, it's just inside that 40-meter mark rather.
And Kingswood opting for the 4-man line out here.
Good.
Done well by Kingswood there. And here's the big number 7 with a charging run towards the Ananda defense. And a little wraparound pass and ball to Baudin. Baudin makes headway. But Ananda defense doing great there to secure the ball. And here's Shamudita with a little kick straight to Baudin's hand. And once again,
well, Ananda have themselves another scrum here. It's at 10, it's the final few minutes, just about 4 minutes to go in the game as per our clock. Maybe we'll have a little more in the referee's clock because there were a lot of stoppages in this second half. Here's the replay of that knock forward. There, right there.
Ready? Second. Okay.
that's exactly the type of mistakes that Kingswood should be avoiding at this point. With 5 more minutes for the game to finish. However, Ananda with ball in hand, they opt to go for the blind side. They're making some valuable meters here, but met well with Kingswood defense. And here's the number 16.
High tackle. Ananda has another penalty coming their way as well. This is brilliant. Usually this is the time where we choose our Swiss Tech player of the match, but for how close this game has been, we need a bit more time as Chamudita puts the ball out wide to his number 23, Yasudu Sankalpa. Ananda with position, with advantage. Kingswood have to be disciplined here with their defense. They can't afford to concede any more penalties. These are desperate times for both the sides. Chamudita with the chip goes out of play, but we will go back to that high tackle incident and that advantage that Ananda had just outside of the 22-meter mark. Good position this is for Chamudita to slot in that touch find, especially with his left foot. With that angle, he can gain a lot of meters. He can take Ananda closer.
And Kevin, in these last few minutes, what Kingswood has done is that they've given away, they've knocked the ball on, and then they've proceeded to give away a penalty. They're just handing possession over to Ananda here. And these mistakes could prove crucial.
Well. A crucial line out throw done well by Vimala. Ananda have formed them all and they have a broken loose with their prop forward here. Ananda with an opportunity. And they have lost the ball forward, but they do have another advantage. Line being offside probably. And we have a card coming out of the pockets of the referee Aruna Shanta.
Okay.
This could be very decisive.
Right, okay.
Does he take it out, or is it just a final warning? Seems like it is just a final warning. He almost grabbed that card out of his pocket.
Simon.
And nervous final few minutes here at Bogambara. Chamudita will yet again slot the ball in for the touch find, a good one. Just few meters away from that whitewash. Ananda have another line out through. Well, we were talking about this during the halftime break, that this is a low-scoring affair and it could turn out to be a blockbuster right at the end. And that has what exactly happened. And Ananda with the line out through now.
Kingswood doing well there. However, the Ananda forwards coming in, and they'll be looking to come in wave after wave with those pick and drives and making some valuable meters there. Is the Ananda forwards. And once again inching ever so close to that try line. The urgency really showing with the way that Ananda is playing, and also Kingswood's last ditch defense. And the ball torn off there by Kingswood. They have possession and they'll be looking for a quick exit there, and that's exactly what Rusita Modia does. This is brilliant by Kingswood. What a great kick that is there. Almost goes to the halfway point from the try line itself.
Well, Ananda, they are knowing that they are 6 points down, wanted all 7 points. So they were looking to go under the post or as near as they could towards that post, and by doing so they have all lost position. But still, they have the possession, they have the line out throw right at the 50-meter mark. One moment of brilliance could change things around yet again for Ananda. But as of now, Kingswood are the favourites here to win this game. Still, we are to choose Assistic Player of the Match. We'll wait till that final hooter goes on.
And that's a great tackle there by the Kingswood player. And it's a turnover for Kingswood, and then they take the quick tap. Kingswood going forward. Lovely little offload there. And the number 7 just charging down towards the try line there once again.
Just go to that ball.
But a crucial hand he has played in these last few minutes of the match. Kingswood with ball in hand, inches away from sealing the game, and they make headway once again. All eyes on the forwards here with their pick and goes. And another drive towards the line. And it's a try by Kingswood. No, it's not. The ball has been held up. It looked for sure like it was a try there, Kevin. I think, will they be going to check on the VAR?
Well, he wants to have a word with his assistant referee there, Colombo. Will be a very, very important call right at the full time mark. as
Red
Bura.
Bull, yeah. Quick game over. Yeah. Held on ball.
Okay, sir.
More. No option, yeah. Okay. Yeah, ball dead now. Match over.
Well, match over is the call. And just to remind, our Swiss-Tech perfect player of the match is Rivin Baudin. And he almost had the chance to end the game with a try. But what a brilliant performance from Kingswood in the second half, coming out of nowhere and winning the game. And as we've spoken about throughout the game, those three decisions in the opening half to go for penalties from Ananda could really change the game for Kingswood. They could have at least opted to score a try from one of those. And Rivin Baudin is our Swiss-Tech perfect player of the match, and Kingswood will live another day and win a game at Bogambara.
And what a performance indeed this has been, Kevin. Both teams giving their all for this game. However, only one can move forward, and Kingswood gain those crucial points. And once again, are triumphant against Ananda. Very contrasting approaches to the game, and Kingswood just edging Ananda this time to get that victory.
Well, this is the full-time confirmation. Kingswood 22, Ananda 16. It could have may well have been Ananda's game had they been a bit more thoughtful with the decisions that they took. It was early in the game, and when you are that early, you should look to score a try. But Kingswood, on the other hand, with a brilliant second half performance, and kudos to Rusit Tamodia. He wasn't at his best in the opening half, but in the second half, he really lived up to the tag that he had. And these are the highlights from the second half. It started with Kingswood scoring a try, and from there onwards, there was no looking back for them. This was Tamodia with a brilliant run and a brilliant pass in the end, which paved the way to Ekanaika, the skipper, to score his Amana Bank try. And the conversion from Tamodia was good as well. And this was Ananda hitting back. And this could have been a quick tap taken, and could have gone on to score a try as well.
And this was that brilliant try by Ananda there, and the conversion that took them forward. However, Kingswood hit back quickly with this little bit of brilliance by Baudin, just slicing through those Ananda defenders and making sure that he scores.
Well, this is not the first time that Ananda has come this close. Even in the first round, the matches that they lost, they came ever so close, starting with that St. Peter's match as well. Unfortunate that they have to end up in the losing side yet again. And these are the key stats from today's game. Kingswood 22, Ananda 16. 4 tries for Kingswood and 1 try for Ananda, and that really made the difference. And 1 conversion each for both the sides, while 3 penalties were scored by Ananda, and at least one of them could have converted into a try. And our Swiss-Tech perfect player of the match is Rivin Baudin. What a game he had, scoring tries and applying pressure on Ananda rather. He was our Swiss-Tech perfect player of the match. And these are your upcoming fixtures from this week number 7 of Dialog Schools Rugby League. And what a cracker of a Saturday. We are going to have three big games there, Bilal. Royal taking on Wesley, Trinity taking on Isipatana, St. Thomas is taking on St. Peter's. But Trinity taking on Isipatana will be the pick out of the lot, coming to you live from the Trinity College grounds.
And following those games, we have St. Joseph's taking on Zahira at CRN FC, and St. Anthony's Vidyartha at the Nithavala grounds. also followed by Mahanama taking on Science at the Sugadazar Stadium tomorrow, and a little tussle there between Sri Sumangala College and DSNI College at the Trinity College grounds.
Well, we are in for another day of brilliant rugby action tomorrow, as Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare, will bring you live action from 6 games. And with that, we will end our production here from Bogambara. It is Kingswood who have beaten Ananda with a brilliant second half performance. And this is me, Kevin Dhananjan, signing off along with Bilal Marika. See you again with another match.
Stand by for opener.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare.
3, 2, 1, roll.
ඉතින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංකික ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare සමග.
Welcome back to ThePapare.
Welcome to the live broadcast on ThePapare.
Good luck, guys. Good luck, everyone.
ThePapare, Sri Lanka's #1 television sports channel.
Reserve your BYD vehicle today with John Keel's CG Auto by visiting the BYD showrooms or call us on 0112 125 125.
Creamy richness redefined. Smooth, soft, spreadable. Introducing Fondre with canola and sunflower oil.
රාමෙන් පාරක් දාමුද?
මෙතන
මෙතන විතරක් නෙමෙයි ඕනෙම තැනක රාමෙන්. හඳුන්වා දෙන මෙල්බන් ස්නැකර්ස් කොරියන් රාමෙන් සේවරි විස්කට්. රාමෙන් සරට සෙට් වෙන්න.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Some bonds last a lifetime. Nippon Cement.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Keep sweating. Keep pushing the limits. Keep stepping up your game. Keep shining. Keep rising. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex. Get. Spray. Go.
Saratama enjoy karanga party ekata go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth ekata go ekak.
Love rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamai.
Muscle Guard Herbal Cream. A herbal cream for rapid relief and complete healing from muscle and joint ailments. Experience rapid relief. A trusted product from Link Natural.
Our mountains are majestic. They can be life-giving. Some are even sacred, and their heights bear marks of our heritage. Our mountains elevate us. To us, they are ever inspiring.
Bring that inspiration home. Lanka Tiles. Fine living. Redefined.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
German engineered tires for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
That was summer refresh when the train ekata go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth ekata go ekak.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රසයක් බැයිය. චර්පි චිප්ස්. රිදෙන්නේ දැනෙන රස.
Maliban lemon puff puff. Lemon puff. Maliban lemon puff. හැම සිතක්ම පිබිදේ. රස lemon රසගේ. ජීවිතයම මිහිරයි. Maliban lemon puff puff. Lemon puff. Maliban lemon puff. Maliban lemon puff. Chill when lemon.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
මේ දිනවල ඇතිවිය හැකි අසනීප තත්ත්වයන් වලින් ආරක්ෂා වීම සඳහා ප්‍රතිශක්තිය වර්ධනය කර නිරෝගීමත් දවසක් සඳහා සමහන් පානය කරන්න. සෙවදා සමහන් සෙවදා සුවේ.
Reserve your BYD vehicle today with John Keel's CG Auto by visiting the BYD showrooms or call us on 0112 125 125.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Love rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamai.
එක පැත්තකින් වාගෙනදී තව පැත්තකින් මතුවෙනවා. මේ ටයිල් එක බෑ. දෙක තුනක් කැඩිලත් එක්ක. සමරි අක්කා.
ජීවිත කාලය පුරාම අල්ලන් ඉන්න නම් ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ඕන ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව්.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
tires for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
එක පැත්තකින් වාගෙනදී තව පැත්තකින් මතුවෙනවා. මේ ටයිල් එක බෑ. දෙක තුනක් කැඩිලත් එක්ක. සමරි අක්කා.
ජීවිත කාලය පුරාම අල්ලන් ඉන්න නම් ටයිල් අල්ලන්න ඕන ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව්.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් අල්ලන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
හරි. ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එක.
බයද? ඒවටත් බෙහෙත් අපි ළඟ තියෙනවා. ඉඳගන්න.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස. මේ තව ඉන්ජෙක්ෂන් එකක් ගහමුද?
විහිළු නෙමේ ටෝකියෝ සුපර් ඕන වැටකට සුපර්.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි. නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස.
Follow your dreams, achieve your goals. With every step, let your story unfold. In this world you will shine, just believe it's your time. Sky is the ultimate limit, never can you stop any day.
Chase your dream career with eSoft Metro Campus.
කොහෙන් හරි කමන්නේ ෆොටෝ එක තිබ්බනම් මට මේ බිත්තිය කැත වහගන්න තිබ්බා.
සමරි අක්කා.
බිත්තියට ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝඩ් ගාලා ෆිනිෂ් කළා නම් ඔය ප්‍රශ්න මුකුත් නැහැ.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ස්කිම් කෝට් ෆිනිෂ් එකට හොඳම කෙනා.
German engineered tires for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
දවසම ෆ්‍රෙෂ් වෙන්න O3 Spirit and Freedom perfumed body spray.
Boss, you're the one who lifted this company to where it is today, ne? Your work is so well organized and your capability really shines through it.
While you're working hard to earn your yearly bonus, save money with Commercial Bank's Power Bonus. Open an account with just 5,000 rupees and earn bonus interest every 3 months straight.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence. Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා. ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකෝ දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproof දැම්මනම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නැහැ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
ස්විස් ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproofer සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා.